I like it.
All right.
I like it.
All right, Will, are you ready to jumpstart the final
Yes, I am.
intro? Now introducing
All right.
William Montgomery, introducing our last topic of the night.
That's so much fuck shit with the world, man. Like, I introduced, like, oh my god, the world has a pedophile sex cult. And then Brandon's like, well, guess what? The fucking world is combining humans with animals.
And there's portals that travel across space.
Well,
oh yeah, and also we have a fucking portal to other dimensions. Fucking Rick and Morty.
I want to start off my topic with asking everybody a general question.
Okay.
Just a simple question. Have you guys ever noticed that from the week of April 15th to May 1st, tragedies occur so much more than any other time during the year? And the conspiracy about this falls back to, and I have proof that it does.
Okay. I'm glad.
And this is where the conspiracy starts, is that during this whole time, this is a plot by the government, world government, any government at all, because this happens all over the world, by those governments to use this time as a giant sacrifice to a biblical false god that was brought up during the Bible.
Dude, you're talking about the quarantine time, right? That's what they're using.
No, I'm talking about all tragedies that have happened on Earth. So, to start off, we're going to go into my screen share, and I'm going to go and show you guys who this man is, or this deity is.
Oh, I see it.
So, this deity is known as Baal. And if anyone has ever read the Bible, then you remember when Moses went up on the mountain and came back down with the Ten Commandments. And became angered at the people, the Jews that he had brought down the Ten Commandments for, were worshiping a false god. More notably, a golden bull statue. Well, this wasn't just a fake thing that was just brought up in the Bible. No, this was an actual real thing. This false god was known as Baal. And in the quote up here, it even says during Psalm 106, passages 34 to 43, they served their idols and were ensnared by them. They sacrificed to demons their own sons and daughters, shedding innocent blood, the blood of their own sons and daughters, whom they sacrificed to the idols of Canaan, desecrating the land with bloodshed. They defiled themselves by their actions, became adulterers by their conduct. And this all comes into the conspiracy that the world government uses these tragedies between the week of April 15th to May 1st to use it during what is called Baal's Blood Month. And this time period is that month. And they use these tragedies to self-sacrifice our own people to this Jewish god from thousands of years ago. And many people are going to start to think, well, what do you mean by tragedies? Well, by tragedies, I mean massacres. I mean massacres, terrorist attacks, pandemics.
Hell yeah,
assassinations. More, and even more like along the lines, people who caused all this. So if we want to go back in time to all of this when it comes up, one of the first things that I want to talk about is some older ones that fall during this timeline. Now remember, this timeline is the week of April 15th to May 1st. So, April 20th, 1889, Adolf Hitler is born. This man massacred millions of people, the entire Jewish community that worshipped this god beforehand. April 15th,
kind of shitty.
April 15th, 1912, the Titanic sunk, killing more than 1,500 people. April 18th, 1906, the San Francisco earthquake happened in the U.S., killing between 700 and 3,000 people.
Wasn't that one of the biggest?
That was one of the biggest ones that has happened. April 15th, 1865, one of the world's greatest men was assassinated, Abraham Lincoln.
Link.
So then,
He got some good ones.
so these are some ones that happened prior to the 20th century. But this stuff does take place during the 20th century. More notably, if we want to go from the beginning, April 19th, 1995, the Oklahoma City bombing killed more than 168 people.
Dude,
during this
so much
during this time.
April.
It gets worse. April 20th, 1999. Does anyone know what happened that day? I'm going to assume no.
99? I was 2 years old, man. I'm
Dude,
not
for
sure.
such a chill day, so much happens on 420.
April 20th, 1999. The Columbine shooting massacre happens, killing more than 15 people.
Where
injuring
was that?
Columbine.
Okay.
Going ahead further, April 16th, 2007, the Virginia Tech shooting, which caused the death of over 33 people.
Oh my God, I remember that.
And then finally, the most recent one that I'm pretty sure all of us know, April 15th, 2013, the Boston Marathon bombing. Now, yes, it did kill only 3 people, but it injured more than 300 people.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
so
That was
all
scary.
of these events are seen by conspiracy theorists and by me as well, that this month, this time period, the government causes tragedies in their own as a form of self-sacrifice to pay homage and sacrifice and use that bloodshed as an ode to Baal, the Jewish god deity, aka known as the false god from Jewish lore.
Marina Abramovich, you're not going to talk about fucking... I don't even know what else I was going to say. Never mind.
Dude, we had some slamming topics tonight.
That was lit, though.
What about other things? Like, what about like 9/11? Like, so like there are other bad things that happen like that are not within this time period.
Right.
Oh yeah, obviously bad things, but those are just natural bad things, man. You got. Oh, I remember the other thing. Crisis actors.
Crisis actors.
One
big thing.
You ever notice the same person was in the interview about Sandy Hook, was the same person in the interview about Columbine, was the same person in the interview about fucking whatever.
Right. And another one of the incidents that did happen that I forgot to put in my thing was the siege of Waco, where the person was having his own little cult. That happened. It was the Waco massacre. Though it did not start in April, the main siege and the infiltration of the camp happened on April 19th, 1993, killing
AKA
more than
when
over...
all the police deaths happened, too.
Exactly.
AKA April is a bad month for everything.
Not just April, but that last portion of April to May 1st is seen as that, and it's crazy along that
April
lines.
fucking sucks, man. April
that last part of April.
So, Will, for you in your research, so based on your conspiracy theory research, so conspiracy theorists all think from that time period, all these things were contributed to that factor. Is that what you're saying?
That's what the conspiracy theory is telling. It's telling that the government, world government, and a lot of these, yes, did happen in the United States, but there are countless others that I didn't involve in my examples. But if you look into
the Satanist cult expands through the entire world.
If you look into,
it's not just going to be the elites of America.
If you look into world tragedies that happened between the week of April 15th to May 1st, I'm sure there's countless that happen across the world. And the conspiracy is that these governments use these tragedies or create these tragedies, that they're the cause of these tragedies, so that way they can use this human bloodshed as sacrifice to Baal during this month, so that way nothing else bad happens throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah. So, like, even like people that don't believe in this so-called deity or God, you're still thinking it's like people are still saying it's a sacrifice to him, even though it's not pertaining to him at all.